Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Shards of Nyrn here on Dork Tales. We are here in Season 4, Episode 28, Whitehand's Reach. If you have not been watching this season, then there are a lot of things that you need to know. First of all, I am your Dungeon Master, Kelly. I use he and him, and folks, oh boy, it has been a long trek. The really short version of this is, after contact with Tia's father, the cast has learned that there is a bit of a civil war happening in the newly founded Orc lands of Orkesh. There, a young zealot named Whitehand Thrall has taken over, massacring the tribal confederation and seizing all of the young warriors of Orkesh with very few holdouts. He plans to create a horde that can rival any that has come before in history and take vengeance upon the other races of Ylos who were, at the very least, complacent in the Orcish enslavement of old. And unfortunately, this means destroying everything that the orcs actually hold dear. The players have united a small group of warriors to go and help. A last alliance of, well, all sorts of different races throughout Ylos. And we're going to be doing this today. I'm not sure how long today's going to go. We're going to be using some battlefield tactics that have been modified from the mass combat rules on Unearthed Arcana, similar to what we did at Dog Run Bridge. We're going to see how this goes, but first, we should probably meet the cast. Let's start with Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I play Malia Sunsworn, our Dwarven Tempest Cleric of Vela. Who also uses she, her pronouns and is desperately trying to pick her spells for the day.
Right. This is going to be important. All right, over to Amy.
Oh, hello, that's me. Hi, I am Amy. I use she, her, and they, them pronouns, and I am playing Tia Armstrong, the quarter orc, quarter elf, half human, aka half elf, half orc, druid, Circle of the Moon.
Queen of the Elves.
Queen of the Elves!
And also the current
Long
monarch
may
of
she
the
reign.
elves.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Beauteous.
And I'm tense already. Like, I've got that thing in the gut where you're just kind of like,
right.
It's gonna go.
We're going down. Speaking of going down, let's go down to Kat.
Hey everybody, my name's Kat. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing Aeson Rightwing, our half-elf Gloomstalker ranger, who always tends to be a little bit rifle happy these days. Yeah, I am also tense going into this because, my god.
Yeah, these fights are big. Speaking of also things that are big in our hearts, at least, over to Mars. Big trouble.
Hey, yeah, always big trouble with her. I am Winter. I play Mars, the tiefling rogue warlock, which is kind of fun. I go by she, her, please, and yeah, after we were seeing the sheets that Kelly had made for the different companies that are joining with us, I was feeling okay, and now I'm not so okay.
Why not? You're playing the Blood Hunters. They're great.
Yeah, like, it's good. It's just like I always feel so like nervous having a whole group that you're in charge of. I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah, I'll explain what
bear
we're doing.
with me. I'll do. And it's been a hot minute since Dog Run.
Has
so,
it?
Hot
has
minute.
It really?
It has.
Oh, okay. Speaking of a hot minute, it's Robin.
Whoa. Yes.
Whoa.
Hi. I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I am playing Fadia Stardust, our astral genasi graviturgy wizard. And yeah, this is my first ever big D&D combat kind of big war thing. So I've got the nerves in the gut. And it's a I'm excited and nervous and ready to go, but also terrified. And yeah, suddenly being like, you've done a really good job of giving NPCs in these different groups, and I'm like, But I don't want to hurt these people. Why are you making me in charge of them?
Because this is unfortunate. This is how we make people excited about things. I will explain what we're doing tonight. Before we begin, I need to thank our sponsor for the night, Bookworm Games. Bookworm Games is the reason that we are able to do what we do here. So, if you want to hear about them, you're going to be hearing about 170 different types of dice, from liquid core to resin to acrylic to gemstone to wood. You can also get edible dice, you can get dice trays, dice bins, you can get necklaces, familiars, and even, coming soon, a gaming table. That's right. And hey, it's getting cold outside, so why not get some tea from Bookworm Games? They have wonderful flavors. The most delicious of which I've heard is their Black Forest tea. That's right. Tastes just like a Black Forest cake, but gives you a little bit of caffeine and, you know, helps keep you warm on those rainy Northwest days. Thank you to Bookworm Games. Please go to bookwormgames.com and use code DorkTales to save 10% on your order. And hey, if you order more than $100 Canadian, shipping is free. That's a pretty good deal. Also, a big thank you to all of our patrons over on patreon.com/dorktales. The other reason that we are able to do what we do is the people over at our Patreon. Folks, you are the wind beneath our wings. Patreon has been what has allowed this to become my job. Every person that joins the Patreon, for one, makes my heart sing, but also allows me to be a little more comfortable in this strange life choice. Work ever toward that what's the word, cost of living expense. So if you like what we do here and you want to support us, head over to patreon.com/dorktales, where you can get a bunch of perks. At $5 you get a ton of different games every month, as well as behind the scenes podcast. Eventually you'll be getting more Dork Pod as soon as I finish editing that next week. You get at the $10 tier, you get a module every month that I write. You get there's some more stuff that's going to be coming out of that tier soon, and so much more. Also, we do have different tier levels. So we're at 155 patrons this month, and if we hit 175, I've heard a rumor that Christine might run a game on the Patreon later next year. So help us hit 175 patrons, and trust me, you're going to want to see this one because it's going to be very frilly. Thank you so much to everybody who supports us over on Patreon. All right, folks, so I'm going to give everybody a quick example of how this battle engine is going to work. Every one of you has been assigned a different troop of people, okay? For example, Amy, you are going to be running the Tribes of Orkesh. So, the United Tribes of Orkesh are a conglomeration of all of the resistance forces that still exist. They are fairly sizable in number, but they are not necessarily all fighters. Some of them are just civilians, farmers, ranchers, things like that, going to defend their homeland and their way of life. As such, their stats are not quite as big as, say, the Knights of Nebria. The Nebrian Order is being ran by Kat. Let's see, who else is running stuff? Fadia is running the Genasi, or Robin is running the Genasi, I should say. Winter is running the Blood Hunters from Alizar, and Christine is running the Goliaths. Is that correct?
I think that's
No,
the
I'm
other
doing
way
Blood
around.
Hunters.
Oh, that's right. You're doing Blood Hunters, and Winter's doing Goliaths. My bad. The way this works is as such. Each one of you has a rating called your battle rating, your BR, which consists of basically your BP, your battle points. This is a combination of your hit points and your attack power. Really simple. The way that it works, when you go up against another force, you roll contesting BP rolls. It's D20 plus your BP. For example, let's do this right now. Amy, you are going up against another group of orcs. Oh, Amy left. Oh, Amy leaned to the side. So Amy, you're going to roll a D20. So right now, the orcs have a battle rating of 20. So we are going to decide what happens. I'm going to roll. I got a 14. I'm going to assume I'm the same type of orcs. That means I have a 34. What did you get?
Well, I rolled a 13.
Okay, so that means that you lose by 1, which means that your BP goes down by 2. You take some casualties, but not enough to break your unit. Okay, if you lose by 10 or more, you suffer heavy casualties, you lose 5 battle points, and you have to make a morale check to not flee.
So just
So
make
what
sure I
do we
get this.
add
I rolled a
to-
13, and then we add the battle rating.
You add your battle rating. Your
Okay,
battle
so I would
rating.
have been 33.
Yep, and I had 34.
Okay, got it.
So you would have lost that one. Okay. That means that your battle rating goes down to 18 permanently because you've lost people. It also means whenever you suffer damage, you roll a d20 or whatever if you have a smaller unit, and every slot in there for each group, I have NPCs who are part of their unit. You roll the d20, that person dies. There is a little blurb about who they are. You will read out who has died that round. On a casualty, like a heavy casualty, you roll twice. Every unit has a commander. The commander has a special ability. Okay? So, for example, if you are using Brucka, then you get a d4 on top of your battle rating roll. So theoretically, you could have just beaten me, so long as your mother is alive. If your mother, so if you roll a 1 on your casualty roll, your mom dies. If the commander dies, you must immediately check to flee. Besides that, there are 5 things you can do in a round besides move. You can attack, which is battle rating versus battle rating. You can dash, so you can double move. You can guard, which basically functions as holding for an attack of opportunity. So if anybody moves past you inside of your reach, if you have ranged attacks, that reach is much better. If you defend, your battle rating checks against you have disadvantage, but you can't attack back. And you can disengage if you are rubbed up against someone and you don't want to leave, or you don't want to die. You must make a morale check to escape. Okay. If they are guarding, then they get an opportunity attack. That is the only time you get an opportunity attack, is if you are guarding. Okay. So this is very simplified war combat because we are not playing a war game. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Besides that, every unit has a special. For example, Orkesh tribes are fighting for their homeland. They gain advantage on morale checks. The Goliaths have a special where they may reckless attack to give both themselves and their enemy advantage on BP checks. Because screw you. Also, as long as Secra is alive, opponents cannot defend against the Goliaths. They cannot use the defend action. Because she's a badass. The Blood Hunters. The Blood Hunters do not have to roll morale to disengage. They just disengage if you choose to make that their action. Further, as long as Billy is alive, and if you inflict a heavy casualty, you can call for an immediate second attack. The attack is made with disadvantage, but hey, that's a chance to potentially do a second major attack. The attack is made against their first BP roll. Then there are the Nebrian Order, who are slow as hell. However, enemies must make a morale check whenever the Nebrians win, not just on a heavy casualty. Meaning that if you kill one of them, they might break. As long as the commander is alive, enemies must make... pardon me, that's when the commander is alive. The commander is the Frighting Demeanor. Their special is they always inflict plus 1 BP casualty, minimum 1, even if they lose. They're a meat grinder. And the Mana Waste Genasi are small. There's only 12 of them. But they have purple worms, which means that they only suffer half BP damage rounded up when they are hurt. Because the worms have thick hide, bro.
So it'll always be a minimum 1?
So they always take a minimum of 1 if they take damage. So the minimum of damage is 2 on a fail, or 5 on a heavy fail. So so then it's
1 or 3?
It's
then?
1 or 3 instead of 2 or 5.
Okay, cool.
That's still pretty
And
good though, considering that they have a pretty high BP.
Yeah, and then you roll, and then so when you lose, and you roll, so if you lose 3, you roll. I would roll the d12 3 times, and I'd lose 3 people that round.
Yeah.
So yeah, BP is per person.
That is per person. Yeah, my bad.
Okay. Holy crap! So I've only got 12. I can go again. Lose.
Yeah, so
Total.
don't lose.
I've only got 12 too.
Yeah, sorry. BP wasn't ever explained on the page. So I was like, okay, I see BR, but what the fuck is BP?
BP and BR are exchangeable. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Just
wait, so does battle rating go down then?
Yep.
As you lose people?
Yep.
Okay, so my hit points are 25.
Yeah.
Then.
Your hit points and your attack power is 25.
Okay.
It is your attack. It's basically the strength of your army is also its health.
Okay, but I only have 12 people to lose.
Yes.
So if I lose 12, that's it. No matter if I have BP left.
Yeah, even if you have BP left, then that person's dead.
Oh, okay.
Because you only have 12 people in your squad.
Okay, so I only actually have 12 health then, not 25. Is what that means, right? Like 12 people, that's it. 12 points. I think. I think I'm understanding that.
Yeah, that's what I was a bit confused with too. It's
Because I'm like, oh god, if the attack wins by 10 plus, there's over almost half my people gone with 5.
Because yeah, you roll for each point lost is then 5 people gone.
All right, so hold on one sec.
Okay.
There, I have changed your ability. So now purple worms can dash and attack with disadvantage on the same turn. All right.
Cool. Cool.
I just realized that I did a lot.
And I was wondering, I was reading that, I was like,
all right. Does all of this make a decent amount of sense now?
I think so.
All right, cool.
I think, yeah. I mean, I'm sure we'll be going for some clarification while it's actually happening. When the adrenaline starts pumping.
Never. You have to know all the rules right now. They changed the entire interface on Roll20, and it's weird now. And I just want to make the orcs bigger. How do I do it, guys? How do I do it? I just want to grab the corner, but it won't let me grab the corner anymore. What the hell? It's supposed to.
So, just quickly skimming the attacks. So you only lose people.
You only lose if you lose. Unless you're fighting the Nabrians, in which case you always lose.
Yeah, you only lose if the person attacks, and when you don't lose people on your side on your turn if you roll poorly, is what I'm reading on the UA rules. Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it just, if you tie or they win on your attack, it has no effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess if they attack us and we tie them, it has no effect.
Yeah.
Or if we win against their attack, it has no effect. If they
that
win
makes a
by
little more sense.
10 or less, it's -2, and if they win by 10 plus, it's -5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a little more sense with the BP. I was thinking like each turn is basically like the risk thing, where like you're either losing or gaining each turn. It's like, oh man, that's gonna be like. I was wondering about losing things very quickly, but no. Okay, so it's only when someone attacks you.
It's only when you attack. Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot more. And this is my first time, so
all right.
This makes sense now. It makes a little more sense now. That makes okay, cool.
All right, everybody got the rules. Rules explained. Then let's head into the Shards of Nyrn right here on Dork Tales. You are never truly ready for battle. And yet battle comes all the same. As much preparation as you were able to do, as much calling allies, as much rallying forces, the day of bloodshed draws near. And then, like any inevitability, it arrives. After sleeping the night away, resting and preparing yourself, you find yourselves waking on that fateful day. Your armies assembled. You head east toward the ruins of the ancient capital of the Caledesian Empire. You make your way toward the ancient city of Casadad. Your scouts inform you when you're some miles out. There are a significant number of enemies there. Whitehand Thurul's forces have reached the city, the ruined epicenter of an apocalypse forgotten. There are hundreds of orcs there, waiting, preparing for his ascension. To stop him, you will have to get the Duchess in, behind them, while their attention is drawn. Even you, mighty warriors, aren't going to be able to fight hundreds of orcs. Your scouts, I'm going to do a quick roll to see if your scouts are successful. By the way, we are using the offer in this game, and you all will have a point of inspiration. Okay. Your scouts had minimal success getting close enough, but what they understand is as such. The largest forces in number are converted orcs, regular rank-and-file tribespeople who were overwhelmed by the Horde and by Whitehand's influence. They are also strange, putrefying, diseased orcs amidst their ranks. Smaller in number, but these pustule-covered, disease-ridden wretches. The infirm, the broken, the lame, have had their limbs removed, replaced with blades, their innards replaced with explosives. They're suicide runners. Besides that, the last thing your scouts have said is that they have seen at least one more contingent of Thrul's Hell Riders, the converted, magma-spewing monsters that you fought at Logrel. You will have to draw their attention. As you wait and sit around at the way station, a few miles away from this mountainous valley that the ancient ruins are in. Strangely, Fadia, when you think back on this, there were no mountains there. There were riverbeds and banks and a beautiful inlet that stretched miles from the ocean. The force of the explosion that decimated the Empire raised mountains from the shockwave, dropping the entire basin that the city was once in 50, 100 feet deeper, burying the ancient buildings. You sit around a small table on the deck of the Duchess with the various leaders of your troops. Brucka and Menelros, Tia's parents, stand on deck looking at the map that the scouts have brought. Janice March of the Genasi stands there as well, looking down, keeping an eye on the 3 immense purple worms that his people are cooing and petting. Nazili of the Blood Hunters stands passionlessly by, while Sikra of the Goliaths of the Sky Eater clan has almost the opposite reaction, grinning with a little bit of bloodthirst down at the map. And finally, the last to approach and meet you here, of the Nebrian Order, you will see one Knight Captain Helicent, her skull mask and bright red eyes, orange red, blazing behind bone white. She looks down at the map and nods. Brooka points a finger. What is the plan? What do we do? How long do you need to get inside of there, Tia?
How long does it seem like we would need to get in?
I have
Insight,
no idea.
survival?
You can give me an insight roll or a history roll.
Okay. My history is better, in fact. So for a history roll, that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. To do this successfully, you're going to need your forces to draw at least half of their forces. Not defeat, but take at least half of their forces away from the city, from where they are right now. More or less, the easiest way to do this would be to consider an invisible line, like a wyvern ball match. If you can get half of them past the 50-yard line, or take them out, you have a much better chance of sneaking in. More would be better. Also, for purposes of the map, the size of the token is either literally the size of the token, as in the purple worms, or is the size of the force. Larger means more people, does not necessarily mean more powerful. It's just an easy representation on a map, and I find.
Makes sense.
What do you need?
We need to draw them away.
Then it will be done.
The more the better.
Can you take care of this? Can you really do this? Can you
We have
take
to.
on? You can defeat him?
We have to.
Then we will hold strong.
Okay.
Do we have eyes on Whitehand's location currently?
Your scouts weren't able to get that close. But you know that the main contingent of his forces, he and his lieutenants, are inside of the ruined city.
They're doing the ritual.
I see.
Oh,
Most
potentially.
likely.
Most likely, yeah.
Most likely. We'll see. So,
I think you need to make a big show and prove to be a threat, and then we'll sneak in.
then we will be a threat, Nazili says. Fuck yeah, we will, says Sikra. We will uphold our pledge, says the Knight Commander. Yeah, I mean we're not here to fuck spiders, mate. We're here to fuck them up. Besides, I've got my girls with me. Got no problem at all.
Well, shall we go have ourselves a fun day, or what?
All right. The scouts confirmed that there's some suicide runners, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is our best firing squad?
Which ones of you have ranged attacks?
Nebrian Order has 100-foot ranged.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the orcs do as well.
It says attack melee.
Yeah, mine's
And-
melee.
The Goliaths
Yeah,
have
mine's
ranged
melee.
attacks.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
We're just gonna adjust that right there because the the orcs would have bows.
Sounds good.
All right. Whereas
Yeah, so I think
the-
like Malia will like be part of the conversation with like trying to give like tactical ideas, but also not like obviously you guys know what you can do, so
Yeah,
take out
my
those ones if you can
idea.
from a distance, because otherwise they're gonna blow up in your face.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely
Yeah.
wouldn't want one of the worms eating them.
Exactly. That's why I was thinking
Not
that
worm
if they
food.
are going to be some of the first to come out, if they're looking sickly and disgusting, if they're just running, then it could possibly infect some of our soldiers. So we want to pop them as fast as possible.
Yes. I think it'd be good to Are Farah and Garleon with us right now?
they are not.
Sure would be handy to get some dragon fire on those suicides.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I think ranged, because the purple worms can move very fast. So take out the suicide runners and then unleash the worms.
And the worms can burrow, right?
Yep.
Can they Kelly for this?
In
Purpose or
theory,
no?
yes.
In theory.
In theory,
Okay.
we'll say so.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like the icon for them, and they look kind of like they could like go into like the ground.
Yeah,
and
they
then
have a
up,
burrowing
and
speed.
Yeah, they kind of
Okay.
look like
Well,
the
that explains
purple-
why they have the purple worm rush, because they can move and attack.
Oh, then they can go underground
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
poof.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that
it.
makes sense. Okay.
It
cool.
literally looks like the thing that's the boss in the latest Call of Duty.
It is, just to give you a sense of things, these things are gargantuan. They are, what, 200 feet long? Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
They're the size of, like, 3 subway cars duct taped together widthwise.
Width-wise, oh boy.
As in,
They
like, you take
big.
a subway car, you put another subway car on top of it, you put another subway car on top of it.
Yeah.
You
I was
could-
thinking length.
Well, they're
My
long,
head.
too.
Well, yeah, so long too, but also, yeah.
They're
wide.
a big boy. They're big boys.
Chunky. Oh, Sheila.
Have them smash through the center of the line and have everybody else
Oh,
come
that's-
around. And...
Exactly. Is kind of
Collapse
what I was thinking.
inward.
If they can burrow and then like
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
would be wonderful.
That's what I was thinking.
You just don't want to get
Mhm.
surrounded.
No.
No.
All right.
And we have 3 of those guys, right?
So
You've got one group of them.
Mhm.
Okay.
They attack in a group.
They attack together. They're herd animals.
Yeah.
Cool.
here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have eyes on Whitehand.
No.
But what if I scried the location? Because you can scry targeting a person, or you can target a location.
Sure.
Did I see, as long as I've seen it before, when Tia had her vision with the Thorn of Arcadia, she did see Orcash and ruins. I don't know if you would say it she saw.
You can scry that location. It might not be the heart of the ruins.
Okay.
But it-
Let me just... Because I think you
Can
can describe
someone just-
location.
I was like, can Fadia describe what the inside of the
No.
place that she remembers?
You have to,
No? Okay.
mystically, you have to have seen it yourself.
Okay.
For this
Because I know,
spell.
like, I think as locate creature, locate object, someone can describe it, and you can get a gist of it, but scrying is
Yeah, I don't think
different
scrying is
then.
the same, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, so with scrying, so you can see and hear a particular creature you choose. It's in the same plane of existence as you. In which case it can do a wisdom save and might be aware that you've tried to. And there's a bunch of modifiers for it. Or you can just target a location you've seen before as the target of the spell. And when you do, you have a sensor at that location and it doesn't move. So you can see it in here through the sensor as if you were there. Sensor moves with... So in this case, it doesn't move with the target.
Okay, you could cast that if you want.
I think we're going to try it. We're going to see if that gives us any more information.
Okay. All right, so as you are getting ready to head out, you're going to cast Scrying. And as you do, how does this work for Scrying? Does it show up on a pool, or do you cast your senses?
I think you cast your senses, because it says you can see and hear through the sensor,
Okay,
as if you were there.
Tia lets out a quick word of magic, and her eyes are going to roll back in her head, going completely white and cloudy. And Tia, you are going to find yourself in a ruined city. Ancient statues jut their hands out of hundreds of years of eroded, blasted, scorched earth. What structures remain here were once part of a proud city. And as you look over it, you see that there is a ring of buildings that still stand at the epicenter of the blast. Made from ancient, archaic materials, they seem to have held up better than most. There are a number of orcs, scrawny and sickly, that have been used for excavation here. They lie nearly spent and exhausted. And as your senses push toward where they were working, you will see a pair of orcs stand above them, talking, each dressed in armor that's been forged from obsidian. A breastplate grieves. Fire burns like laurel wreaths around the side of his head. He speaks in Orcish to the other, a tall, immensely chested, maybe part giant orc, with red flesh. Is Whitehand ready for his ascension? Yes, the other one says. He prepares. The hirelings have finally made themselves useful. I can't wait until we drink their blood. Yes, it will be very, very satisfying. Especially the Nyrnite. Quite a mouth on that one. It won't be long before he destroys them all. And then we can finish. Did you hear the report earlier? Of the dragon snooping around? Yes. A black dragon this far away from the swamps. Strange. I don't trust it. Be on the alert. Doubtless, the fools from Lorgro will try something. And they are just going to take positions and await what is to come. However, as you're looking around, Tia, you're going to see that there are a good probably 100 people inside of the city. Orcs, warriors, and so on. Even once you get in, there's going to be a fight.
Okay. Does there seem to be like...
They seem to be like...
Well, just a sense of like where the main avenues are, if...
Mm-hmm. Tell you what, look at Roll20 right now.
Okay.
Okay. And... you will be able to get a sense of this.
So where do you think the sensor popped up?
The what?
Where do you think my scrying
Right
sensor
where I'm
remote
pinging.
thing? Okay, I see. So like right around the edge of like ruins kind of thing.
Right near the door of the ruins. So there's a massive bridge connecting the two halves of the city. And
Okay.
dozens and dozens of soldiers.
Okay. And just to get a sense of the orientation.
It is exactly east to west. I set it up so that you are likely landing over on the west.
And then have to deal with bridge.
Most likely, unless you fly over somehow.
Good to know. Good to know. So in terms of just like dealing with choke points and what I can see.
Mm-hmm. The
Okay,
bridge is
cool.
heavily fortified, and then there are a number of orc troops just milling around.
How high do the edges, the walls of the railings of the bridge seem? Like, are they like
the
person
railings
height
are
or, like...
about they're about 10 feet tall, and the fall off is about, depending on where on the bridge, 50 to 100 feet down.
Okay. Are there any major gaps in it that were visible?
In the bridge?
Or sections that seemed like, yeah.
You don't have good enough vantage point from where you're
Didn't
scrying.
think so, but...
It's an old...
Okay.
The bridge has lasted this long, though. And it's
Yeah.
made of stone.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. She will pass that information along as probably narrating a little bit as she's doing it, just to sort of describe what she's seeing.
Okay, and Fadia, you had your hand up.
Yeah. Does Fadia, because I would assume a magic city would probably have its own teleportation circle up
If it
in
survived.
the ground. Yes. But it could potentially be there.
It could. Do you want to make me a history roll to see if you remember its sequence? Because you haven't always had that spell, and you learn those sequences when you get the spell. I'll let you make me an Arcana roll with disadvantage to see if you know.
I'll take history, it's fine. I can do history. I was just wondering.
You'll still take it with disadvantage, but yeah.
Oh, okay. They're the exact same thing.
Then give it to me.
Yeah. Okay. I should know if, because it's initially sounded like history or Arcana with disadvantage, so that's why I was wondering. Damn, I rolled a 17 and then a 5. 14. I'm gonna throw determination to make that a 19.
19? You're gonna throw your determination in there, are you? Make it a 19?
Mm-hmm.
You can't quite remember it.
Fuck.
You just didn't learn it in school. Unfortunately, the DC was 20.
Oh. Yeah,
That's
9 plus 5 is 14, plus 5 is 19. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
My math was wrong.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, damn. Damn. Okay.
All right. So, as your forces prepare to separate, you're doing your final plan, and Cadamus is going to take a look at you all and say, I suppose we've got a problem. I promised I'd go with you. But what do we do about the Duchess then? Just leave her?
Well, does she have an autopilot? Or something? Send it away if...
We wouldn't have any way out then. If we called her back, then she'd be flying blind. Easy to take out. We can do that. She's your ship as much as she's... more than she's mine.
Malia, do you still have that spell to take us to a temple?
I mean, technically?
Just a thought, but...
I haven't reset it, though.
So it would still be the three sisters?
Yeah.
But it would be an out.
So,
an emergency out, maybe.
I mean, it needs a... It would be an emergency out, but we'd be so far away we'd not be able to get back and check on anything after.
Yeah.
So Robin, what are you asking me in chat right now?
Well, I was saying, because you're right, she doesn't instantly learn, like she hasn't been there for a while. But according to the rules of the language of teleportation circle is when you gain the ability to cast a spell, you learn sigil different sequences for 2 destinations on the material plane determined by your DM.
Okay.
So, I was wondering because you told me the one teleportation circle for my intro into the scene, and I'm wondering if she's been in an art chrysalis for thousands of years.
All right.
What other?
It's a good point.
It's fine. I was just wondering as a thing.
It's a good point. Tell you what. I'm going to give you the teleportation sigil for this and take the offer over to my side as a compromise.
Okay. Okay.
So you have a way in. That does not... Now, presently, it is surrounded by troops. So that it's not... I would not recommend going there immediately.
Well, yes, but I meant like when it's clear we don't have to...
That might be a good way. How many people can you take with that?
It is anyone... Excuse me.
Who jumps through?
It lasts 1 round. Anyone who goes through the portal in that round can go through.
Okay, so if you put the Duchess down somewhere safe, or put it on auto return or whatever to Edagons, then that could be a good way to do it.
I think that's a pretty good use of the offer.
Yep.
Yep. That's
because it takes 10 minutes to cast, so Fada can take the time and draw every bit of the circle except for the one last stroke, and then when we're ready, she'll just do the last line on the sigil, and we can go in.
Ooh.
That sounds fair. I will roll randomly to see where in the city that sigil is.
I was gonna say, I'm like, would I know whereabouts it goes off, or is that
not
gonna
after
just be
the
random?
explosion? It's gonna be random.
That's
I'm
fair.
Also
this
going
is gonna
to
be
have to
fun,
random
guys.
to see if it's still damaged or not.
Oh, I know. That's what I was wondering.
So, first of all, let's see if it survived. You don't know right now.
No, I don't.
It's upside down under the bridge. Oops.
Okay.
We all go to our death.
Okay. Okay. I have rolled to see whether or not it works, and I have marked it in my book. Yes or no.
Cool.
Neat.
All right, and then I will roll to see where on a grid it goes. Top 10% of the screen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yep.
10.
Yep, that sounds great. If it does leave somewhere that is occupied, it does pop us out 5 feet away from an occupied space, so we won't like bamf into a wall, hopefully. But you can also roll for fun for that, but hopefully not.
All right, so what else are you doing before you head out? So you think you can just teleport us in?
Yeah, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I know there was a teleportation circle in the city. I believe I remember the circle's pattern. I have no idea knowing if it's still intact. I guess I'll hopefully know when I draw the last line. Either the thing will work or it won't. But there was one when I was there, and so hopefully if the runes are fairly intact, that it's there too. So I can draw the circle, just wait for the last line, and when we get ready, I'll just...
Well, because with
we'll
that,
have
I mean,
6 seconds.
We are a couple miles away, so I mean, we could put the Duchess down somewhere here. Teleport into the city, and then when it's done, I mean, we could just hoof it back a couple miles. We've walked further, and come back to the Duchess.
Yeah, or we can send her back to Edagon for safekeeping, but that's quite a ways away. An entire continent.
Why don't you just send it back to the orc town?
Not sending it to the orcs. There's a mountain range nearby. We could probably park it up in there.
Okay.
Anybody who wants
That
to
sounds
climb
good.
the bloody mountain can go and find it. All right, you ready for a war?
Let's go.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's hope all of our gods, old and new, dead and not dead, are smiling down on us today.
I'd rather have a nicer hammer. Tia, Brocco says.
Yes.
She chews her lip for a moment. You have grown strong. Bring back his tusks. Break them from his stupid face.
If there's anything left of them, then I will.
I am glad that I had you instead of us. I'm glad I had you more than anyone else. You were the child I always wanted. I was lucky. Who would have
And let's
thought
test
something
our
so
luck
good?
again.
Are you guys bonding? Your father will say, leaning in. That's the nicest thing I've ever heard her say to you. Your mother will kind of like glare at him and say, "It is especially surprising considering that you came from this idiot as well." He does have a magnificent butt, though.
Well,
Perhaps if we
Let's go.
survive this, we can make you
No.
sibling. I am not necessarily game, but I'm not necessarily up for, you know what? Let's give it the old college try.
Okay.
Don't
Okay,
die,
yeah.
sweetie.
Let's go fight a war.
I mean, it looks like our choices are either that or keep talking about Tia's dad's butt. So.
Yeah, nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing
And
that.
talking
So let's
about
go
your
fight a war.
parents' sex lives.
Oh yeah, and your future brother.
Or
Why
sister.
would you?
That's true. Because we have to think positively about today, and the
I'm
best way to do that is with
positive.
humor.
Don't want to think
Yes.
about that.
Deflecting.
So let's go fight a war
Yes.
and keep our entrails on the insides and our enemies bleeding profusely. Okay?
On the
Okay.
inside.
Sounds good.
Let's
What
go.
you think about, you bring about.
Manifest destiny.
Exactly.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's go
Alright.
fuck them up.
And with that, you prepare yourselves for war. You gather your things up. You head the Duchess to the west and north, or pardon me, to the east, to the northeast, moving around the mountains to give you cover while your troops press onward. And 1 sec, I'm just going to place a magic circle and see if it is functional. All right.
Yeah, as they're traveling, Fadia is just like, she clears off everyone, is like, okay, I need 10 feet. And then she starts just on her hands and knees, just trying to remember the sigil. And just spends time, like, erases stuff and is like, no, it's that squiggle there. Okay, and, all right, yep. Heart emoji. Eggplant. Book.
And with that, let's jump into the battle. Your forces arrive at the edge of the pass. And the map does not zoom in correctly, but hey, who would have thought it would? Let's just zoom down a little. Right. Okay, so what we're going to do, just for the sake of determination, is everybody here roll me a d20.
$14.
14.
18.
Who had 11?
Also 11.
Me and Amy, apparently.
And 16.
Who had 18?
That was me.
Okay, Amy or Robin, who has a higher speed?
I have 400.
Okay, yep, it's going to be Robin.
The purple
Okay,
worms
so-
are speedy boys.
So, for ease of operations, we are going to trade sides. So basically, it's going to be you take your turns, then they take their turns. Okay? But for declaration, unless you guys choose otherwise, we're going to go Kat, Christine, Winter, Robin, Amy. Okay? Just because
When you
it's
say
easier.
take turns, like, are we trading off one and one, or just all of us go and then
All of
the
you go, then all
enemies
of them go.
Okay.
It's just way easier for warfare that way. All right,
Fair.
so you approach the battlefield, the purple worms burrowing, the Goliath striding mightily, the blood hunters and orcs moving across the field. The city lies in the distance, and you can see that it is some 300 feet from your closest location. You can see the milling hordes of the orcs. The conscripted orcs are in the front, furthest from the city, the cannon fodder, and inside, the closer you get, the harder the enemies appear, the more focused. And with that, let's begin the battle. Kat, what do the Nebrian Order do?
They're going to march forward.
Okay.
100 feet.
Okay.
And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I don't think they're in range of anybody for the ranged attack just yet. I think they're just a bit short.
Sounds good. They can choose to defend in case they get come up on.
Yeah, they're going to defend where they are in that case. And
sounds good.
Yeah, no, that's what they're going to do. They're going to defend for right now.
Sounds great. All right. Next up, Christine.
Okay, so I can do 200 feet. So not quite reaching them. So I think I'm going to do kind of something like Cat and move up to the edge of the battlefield about 145 feet.
Okay.
Kind of up here-ish.
All right. Sounds good. Moving up to the north of the mountains. Then we are
And then I guess defend.
Defend? Sounds good. All right. Next, let us go down to Winter. Winter, what are you planning to do?
Can I please move my guys? Because we can't split the ranks either, can we?
You can't split the ranks, unfortunately. You've got a troop.
Dang. Okay. Gonna basically center up between Kat's and Malia's guys.
Okay.
And again, just kind of defend. Maybe there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I think you grabbed the orcs, not the Goliaths.
Yeah, the orcs,
there,
not the
Winter.
Goliaths.
Oh, oops. Sorry, I thought when you were talking about them before, yeah, I thought you were going down from the purple worms in order of them. So I was like, oh. Okay, cool. Got him.
All right. Sounds good. And then, Robin, what are we doing?
So, do we know what the... Can we see? I'm guessing... Can we tell which troops are the suicide runners?
Probably these green guys.
The green guys.
The ones who are
Okay.
vomiting poison.
Oh, is that what they're doing? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think... Because we said we were going to wait and try and have the... ranged guys do some things. The purple worms will, because they can go 400 feet in a round, which is insane.
Yeah.
They're going to burrow and again take a defend action.
You could actually, you could do a smash and retreat.
Oh, because it doesn't take...
You don't. There's no opportunity attacks unless you're.
Yeah.
Retreating.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do that. You're okay.
Unless I secretly have an opportunity attack on one of these, because I have special rules on my guys too. But it's probably not on the rank and files.
Yeah. So I think the purple worms will make a straight kind of for flavor they're burrowing because I think it sounds cool.
Duck under the blood hunters and come back up.
Exactly. They're gonna burrow underneath the blood hunters, burst out of the ground right in front of the kind of north orc kind of troop, and make an attack.
All right.
Okay. So I roll a d20
against
and
me.
add my BR. Cat. Natural 20. Whoa.
14.
So
well,
45.
One way to start the combat.
Right? Holy
45,
shit.
so that's going to reduce them by 5. You know what? I'll reduce them by an additional 2 for that crit.
Ooh.
And let me make a morale save. Ooh, boy. My morale... Oh, no. They are going to not have a great day. Let me just check one thing. Morale save. Make a morale check. And the morale check is against the damage, or against the opponent's roll. Right?
45. Oof.
Woof. Okay, you are going to appear and smash through them, and they are going to break. That
Look at us
they're-
all stoked on it right now when it's us
Right?
doing it to them until it's the other way around.
Okay,
Yeah.
that first contingent of 50 orc troops are going to just completely shatter. They lose half their numbers in this wave of purple worms that rises out of the ground and smashes through them.
And then the purple worms will duck back in the ground, and then they're gonna burrow, kind of move a bit back up again.
All
But
right.
not all the way back that they did.
No, not all the way back. They'll just kind of hang around with the rest of the troops.
Okay.
But yeah,
And
thank the purple worms.
Amy, it is the orc's turn. What do you do?
Okay. I think they will rather boldly go towards, well, I guess advance, and then we'll probably start with ranged attacks if I can get
Okay.
close enough for those. Should be able to. Because I think they've got 150 feet, so 30 squares. Oh,
Sounds
I'm
good.
not
All
selecting
right,
that
so you
player.
can get a
Okay.
decent amount up.
I think. Oh god, I know I just checked where it was, like the approximate. Wait, hold on.
Distance?
Let me just. Yeah. I just had it, but it's like.
So that's 150
okay, like
feet.
right there.
And you have range, so I think you can attack.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So it should be thereabouts.
All right, who are you attacking?
Ooh. I think I can just make the
You can. That contingent of orcs. Let's do it.
Okay, so there's two contingents at the south, and then there's one
Yes.
that's kind of more middling.
Yep, the center one.
I think that's the one I'm gonna do. I'm technically closer to them.
All right, make
in
an
terms
attack
of-
on the cannon fodder there. I have rolled mine.
Okay.
Let's see if you botch.
so, I very much hope I do not botch. Did I sure close the thing I just had open? I sure did. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So this is the D20 plus 20. Yes.
Yep.
Currently.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. That's a 24.
A 24.
Yeah.
Perfect.
24.
That is a heavy casualty lost on them. These guys are cannon fodder. These guys are cannon
Okay,
fodder.
wow.
Right,
So-
because it only gets harder behind them.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
The morale system is very silly. There's no
Yeah.
set DC. It's you choose the DC, and it all depends on the troops.
I'm gonna say that it's 10 plus
Bleeding.
damage taken,
That
like
works.
like a concentration save. And I'll say that if it's a heavy casualty loss, I might even increase it by a little bit. Either way, they failed because
Yay.
they got a total of 8.
Okay. Cool.
How does it
Right.
go?
And then
Describe it for
that's
me.
The whole. I think they will probably. I'm thinking in this case, probably Bruka's barking the orders and is going to have the archers let loose a volley.
All right. Their ranks break. You are going to see young orcs. Some of the orkesh that are in their ranks are as young as maybe 14. They fall in waves, but most of them run, fleeing, thinking that whatever Whitehand will do to them will not be as bad as what is coming next from you. They break and flee. And with that, that is my turn. Okay, so these guys have a movement of 150. So they are going to, the remaining ones are going to charge. Okay. And let us do these guys first. All right, first, Tia, make me 2 defensive rolls. for your mom. I have a 27 and a 31.
Oh, shit. I have a 27 and a 24.
Okay, the first one is going to be even, so it is going to be... Is it meter beat? Ooh, that's a great question. So
it says tie nothing happens.
Tie nothing happens. I'm glad. 3 years ago, Kelly, you were very smart by putting that in, because I copied over the document. Okay, the first one. These untrained orcs are going to rush you. Wave after wave of these converted troops are going to desperately try to fight for their lives against Bruka's orcs. She will command them to brace on one side. You are going to see all of the troops there. The sub-contingent, led by your father, Menailros, singing and casting magic to bolster them, while you see Urshel, Gasha, and Boom, the 3 young hunters that you saw right as you entered Orkesh, take up lines to the south, and you rebuke them. The orcs hold strong, but the next is not strong enough, and you will take some casualties. Subtract your BP by 2, please. And roll twice on your list.
Okay. That's the first one.
Okay. Just bold them as we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So tell me who dies. And how they die, if you don't mind.
One to go down, then... I want to figure out where the bolding thing is. There we go. I believe that's Kula, who just wants to open the first coffee shop in Orkesh. And I think they probably get hit by a stray arrow that they weren't quite they weren't quite quick enough to see it was coming. And along with her is
I like her.
Is Riha, a skald who sings stories of ancient Orkesh and wishes to study archaeology. Who takes an axe to the head.
Beautiful. Make me one more defensive roll. The orcs at the south are going to make a... Actually, no, they're going to make a ranged attack against the knights, which means they'll be attacking with disadvantage because you're defending.
Okay.
So, Kat, you are going to defend against this. That's a nat 1. It's not going to work. The arrows are going to just buff it off your shields. No offense.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Next, the Plague Runners are going to make a beeline at the Goliaths.
Bruh.
And down to the south. They do not have range. They are going to attack the Goliaths. Make me a defensive roll, please, against the Suicide Corpse.
Okay, so do I just want to roll the d20 and then add the BR?
Add your BR, yeah. Ooh. God, you're traitor.
Plus 20, so it's 34.
Okay, that is going to be a massive fail on my behalf. They buff it against your shields, and your Goliaths are going to be able to defend themselves with shield and axe, and are going to take no damage from this at all.
So wait, with my commander special though? You mean?
Potentially, yeah. What does she get to do?
An opponent cannot defend against Sikra?
Yep, so that means they can't take the defend action.
They cannot, okay.
So they can still roll against you, but they can't double their defense.
Okay.
All right, so that's just not going to work. The other ones are just going to kind of handle themselves. Next, we are going up to the Blessed Chains. The Blessed Chains are going to make it about 60 feet away from the Blood Hunters, and you took the defensive action, did you not, Christine?
Yeah.
Okay, so Christine, please make me a defensive roll with disadvantage.
What?
I make my roll with disadvantage, you make your roll with disadvantage. These orcs
fuck
surge
you.
toward you, wrapped in chains that are burrowed into their very flesh, and as they approach, they hold out their arms and their chains shoot at you like barbed snakes across the field, looking to pin you down. That is a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Okay, so that was disadvantage, so not 1.
It's a nat 1, so you can't botch more checks. So I have a 21.
Okay, so I add BR to this.
You add your BR to this roll.
37.
37, then that is nothing happens for them. The blood hunters are able to dodge out of the way with a great amount of dexterity. And that is their turn. The knives, the blades of Whitehand are going to move up and fortify the center line. And the Hell Riders are going to move into flanking positions in the center of the field. I'm going to remove the routed armies to make life easier. All right, and that is my turn. Top of the initiative with Kat. Kat, what are you doing?
All right. The knights are going to make a ranged attack against the Yucky Boys.
The Yucky Boys? Sounds good.
All right, so here we go. So this will be plus 25 for me. That is an 18. Sorry about the typing there real quick.
That's okay.
So I got 43 on my attack.
Okay, I got a 34, which means it is only a regular attack.
Okay.
However, you do an additional +1 damage, so that's a minus
Yes.
3 off of my BP.
Yes.
/BR. I don't know why I say BP. It's BR. It's the same damn thing. They are exchangeable.
Boss.
And so that's...
Yeah.
That would be it then.
That's it then. You can also move if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, they're going to move up more towards the center to kind of back up the Goliaths and the Orcs a bit.
Sounds good. Okay, Christine, you are up. The Blood Hunters.
Okay, so it is only one action, correct?
Yes. Movement is
Okay.
not part of your action, though, unless you double move.
Just means I can't get away once I'm close up because I don't have any ranged.
Mhm.
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, but the Blood Hunters they've got some pretty good abilities.
Also, you feel the ground trembling underneath your feet.
Well, I guess I will try and take on these chains guys
Okay.
and attack them.
All right, let's do it. Contested. Oh, god damn it. My dice are betraying me. 26.
That will be 34.
Okay, that's only a regular loss. Do you have any special abilities that come into play?
Nope.
Oh, it's only when you inflict a heavy casualty, then you get another attack, right?
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Well, next round you probably will. All right, so rushing forward, the blood hunters cast magics, maledicts, causing some of the chains to explode as they dance between these writhing, serrated chains. Winter, it is now the Goliath's turn.
Okay, so since they ran up to attack, can I attack them?
You absolutely can.
Fuck yeah. Come on, buddy.
All right, are you choosing to reckless attack?
Yes.
All right, roll with advantage.
But so do you.
If I attack you next round, I roll. Anybody who attacks you rolls with advantage. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh god.
So I rolled an 8. So my best was an 18.
Okay, and you add your Goliath BR.
20. So that's 38.
Okay, you have a heavy critical. You have a heavy victory. I only rolled a 21. So
Neat.
I am going to lose 5 off of mine, and I have to make a morale check for these guys.
Yeah.
Okay, they are going to hold as
Damn
you
it.
start
Okay.
cleaving and wading through them. All right.
Nice. Cool.
Purple worm time.
All right.
This is my favorite part.
Right.
It's the Ferraris
trying-
of the mana wastes. I think it's more like the Escalades.
Yeah, big, bulky. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if
I once was given an Escalade for when I used to deliver papers, and we got
the
rental
blood
cars.
hunters, if I go
Oh my
help
God.
the blood hunters, or go help the chains,
You know,
or go
like,
help the Hell Riders.
oh god, good luck on the Hell Riders if you do it. Do what you want.
Well, because we want to draw them out. We want to get them past the line. So I think, you know what? The worms are gonna go help the orcs getting surrounded by,
All right.
the other orcs, I guess.
The other
Orc
orcs.
on orc action.
Orc on orc action. I like that I had
Orc
like
mom.
I
Save
like that I
orc
had
mom.
had something to look like Tia's mom as a token.
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
To remember who
Ooh,
we're
that's a-
fighting for.
That's a
Some
good
triple O action.
some triple O action. Orc on orc on
Oh
orc.
no! Can I spend inspiration on my crew?
All right. Do you guys want to spend inspiration on your armies?
I think so.
You think
'Cause, I mean,
so?
it would
You know what?
It would just make our own lives harder later if we needed it. So I think it could
'Cause
be more fun.
Wait, you can't re-roll inspiration on that one.
Yeah. Did you roll in that one?
I did.
Oh,
Then,
so sad.
then it doesn't matter anyway. So you got a nat
Yeah.
1. What's your total? I have a 30.
It's a 21.
Okay, so you are going to take some damage. You're going to take 2 points of damage.
What?
Oh, pardon me. No, you're
I'm
not. You're just
attacking.
gonna... Yeah, you're right. My bad. my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are just going to fail. They are going to rush up, and they're too pitched in battle, so the worms aren't going to be able to get a clear strike in.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then I guess yeah, unfortunately, the worms, the dashing doesn't really, being able to dash and attack in a turn doesn't really do much for this battle map because it's kind of small for the worm speed. So, yeah, I don't. They'll chill there. The worms are gonna chill. They're not.
You know
gonna
what?
move.
That is a very valid concern about that. Let me rewrite the ability. One sec.
Okay.
So, given the size of the worms, why don't we say that you can attack up to 2 people with disadvantage if you can touch both of their tokens with yours?
Okay.
Does that sound
That
more
sounds
fair?
good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can't.
Yeah. That,
Okay.
So I can
Because you're
make 2
coming up on
attacks,
the-
both at
So
disadvantage.
theoretically,
yeah.
you could have made a second attack with disadvantage against like both of these orcs. Or hell, you could attack anything that your token touches with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you're a big boy.
That seems good. Would you allow me to roll another attack with disadvantage? I would have got the nat 1 anyway with
Yeah, go ahead.
disadvantage.
I'll allow it. So we're gonna
Okay.
move you down here.
Yeah, so the worm will come up between the 2 orc groups.
Yeah, okay.
And then I'll make the second one with disadvantage. Thank you.
Okay. And I have a 28. Or pardon me, I have a 20.
Oh, that's good because I have a 27.
Okay,
With
so that
disadvantage.
is going to be a minor loss for me.
Nice.
Okay, and morale. Morale, they are going to break.
Ha ha! So I'd be the south, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so the
Thanks
south
for-
that
Thanks
was
for allowing that to.
That's okay. If
have
anybody
that
else thinks that
discussion.
no, these rules are, we didn't have a chance to play test these. We are doing education on the fly, like the chat is saying. What is this? So if anybody else thinks that their ability is not as good as everybody else's, let me know as soon as you use it, and we can always adjust it to make it fair. I have some sick ass abilities on my side that you have not seen yet. The cannon fodder does not.
Mm-hmm. No, I was just like looking.
That's why
at,
it's so easy for us right now.
I'm
Yeah,
lulling you
just
into a
looking
fall-
at this battlefield, it's like, yeah, if this was like, if the battlefield
think
was
I'd-
longer and the worms would be more advantageous for that, but
I originally had a much larger battle map, but I knew it would crash our computers. So So I had to redo it.
So
Okay.
I like this change.
Okay, so top of the initiative. With me,
Amy?
everyone. Oh, sorry, Amy, you have not acted.
I am not yet acted. No. We're talking special ability. Is that like my adding the
Your
special
1d4
the extra D4?
to any
Okay,
attack.
so what that is. Okay. Cool. Just making sure that that's what that was. So folks to the right to the east adjacent have morale broken, and then there's the ones to the north. There's some coming down.
Who
to
actually
the
managed to
south.
kill 2 of your men. 2 of your troops were killed by the northern ones.
The northern orc.
Yep, and
contingent.
the suicide runners are coming in through the south, as are this other contingent.
Right. So what I think they're going to do is be smart about this, because we're trying to pull things towards us. I think we're going to disengages his own action. Defend. I think we're defending, but I think we're also going to move a bit.
Okay.
That shouldn't. So I think Team Orcash is going to move back closer to. I'm not sure who these folks are. Right at
Probably
to
the knights.
west. Yeah, the
Whenever-
knights. I think they're gonna come back to be like equal with the knights, and are gonna defend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, then it's going to be my turn. I will start with my lowest first. Actually, you know what? I'm going after the worms. Worms. All right, let's attack some worms. Robin, make me 2 defensive rolls against the cannon fodder.
Okay.
That is a nat 20.
Okay. I have a
Holy
39
shit. Okay, so let me just check here. So that is
and a 24.
And that guy is full. So that is going to be 1 hit and 1 miss.
Cool.
One hit, and then one miss with a tie.
So is so the hit was just a minor one, so I take
It's
1.
just a minor, so you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose 1 because of the size of your people. However, roll on your d12 to see who you lose.
Yes, I am going to do that right now.
And I have flipped the offer over to make that nat 20 actually hit.
All right, so a
roll a d12
on the
bold.
back. Yep, I have bolded. So a very tall water genasi on the top of one of the backs of the worm probably gets I guess maybe hits with like a fireball or something that knocks him off the worm and gets enveloped and dissolved into the sand. Poor Pignoli, who is afraid of heights and was conquering their fear to help save Orkesh from the orcs. Tragically dissolves.
All right, so moving next down the list, I'm going to attack the Goliaths with my plaguey boys. Mars, please defend. That is going to be I have a 23.
Okay, and then with defend,
you will roll. Oh wait, you reckless attack. That means I have advantage on my attack. But yeah, so if you, so you are just going to roll a regular defend. So just to roll a d20 and add your BR.
Ooh,
I rolled
35?
the exact same dice. You said 25?
35.
35? Okay, then they are going to just bounce off you. No victory for me. However, my plaguey boys are going to come up and attack Tia's mommy. All right, Brucka, defend against this mother. That is a...
I'm just rolling 1, right, for these?
You're just rolling 1, yeah. That is only a 22, so unless you botch, I think I'm okay. Or I think you're okay.
Okay, so that's a 27.
Okay, so nothing happens. They bounce off of you. All right. That said, the chain blessed are going to attack the blood hunters. Blood hunters, please defend against a 35.
That is 35.
You rolled 35 as well?
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Okay, bounce. Nothing happens there. All right, so then it is time for me. You know what? I think I'm gonna pull out my blades. All right, so the blades of Whitehand are going to move forward and are going to split into 2 separate units attacking the purple worms.
Oh no!
Make 2 defensive rolls. I rolled real bad. Your numbers to beat are a 27 and a 31.
Okay. So the first one is a 19 plus 19 is
38.
38.
Okay.
And
that will beat
then
the 27?
the second is a 28.
Okay, so you are going to take a minor loss.
Okay, so another 1. And I will roll.
I will... Perfect. And I will use my special commander ability. And will, after a victory, will take a full move next to the Nebrian Knights. All right. Tell me who dies in this as they rush by you.
So as the blades rush by very strategically, they go for one of the worm riders. Digba is a worm rider. I don't know what genasi they are, but
if it doesn't say, then they're mana genasi or waste genasi.
Waste genasi. Oh, okay, cool. So a fellow waste genasi who loves nothing more than racing purple worms is going to get cut up by the blades as they're running through. Just takes several pierces to the chest and passes
away. Beautiful. All right, let us focus down. New round. The Hell Riders are going to hold their action. Kat, it's your turn.
Oh, that's not scary at all. Okay. Well, the blades directly to my north. I'm going to attack them. So here we go.
Okay.
All right, that's going to be a base 19, which is I add 25 to that. So
all right,
what's that,
heavy loss.
36? And of course, you an additional BP because of my special action.
Okay, that's going to do 6 points of damage to them.
Perfect. And then...
And they are going to... I'm spinning a drama bomb to make their morale save for them. I need to hurt them more, guys. Give me hurt them more. Do it. Okay. That is a hell of a damage. The Nebrian Order basically fights like traditional knights. However, as they march forward, most of the Nebrian Order, their armor is made of like black and burned steel, accented with bits of bone that they've taken off of their conquests. And they just march through in almost a perfect, like a knightly version of a phalanx. All right, beautiful. Christine, you're up. The Blood Hunters are against the Chain Knights.
Okay, well, I guess I will attack them again.
I have a nat 20.
All right, well, that will not succeed then.
Okay. Unless you want to use your inspiration.
Is that inspiration for this group or inspiration for me, the player?
It's for Christine.
I'm gonna hold on to it for Malia then.
Okay, sounds good. What's your total?
35.
35. Okay, that won't quite do it, but you are getting close to them. You're a stalemate
Yeah, no, because
there.
I think last time I only did minimal when I basically rolled a 19, so there was no way with rolling a 13 that it was going to happen.
All right. So further down, we are going winter. Goliaths.
Yep. So, as Sikra saw that the last batch that they just kind of pommeled with like blood in her eyes, she's just gonna scream and say, "Attack again!"
All right, you reckless.
Yeah.
All right.
Again.
Defense. Ooh, I actually rolled pretty well that time. Not
You
super
too.
well.
So I'm
I have
adding 17 to my 20. 37.
26. That is going to be a heavy loss.
Yep.
And that is going to destroy their unit with a morale failure. However, one moment, please. Cool. Make me a defensive roll.
A defense?
Yep.
Okay.
They're suicide bombers.
Yeah. So now I'm rolling for that.
Okay, your
I
DC
rolled
is
sorry?
your DC is 35.
35. So I rolled a 12.
Okay.
So
So
then
you
I
add
add
your
that
you
to
add your
the
BR.
plus 20. Plus 20.
Okay, so you're going
32.
to lose 2 BP
Okay.
and roll to see who dies.
All right. So I'm
So
doing
they-
2 rolls for 2 people.
Yep, you're doing 2 rolls for 2 people. Basically, these guys are going to rush at you, and you are going to meet them, cleaving them. And as you cleave them, you are going to watch them explode, grabbing 2 members of your squad and just throwing their body parts across the mountain.
All right. So first there is Tora Emerald Eye lost her eye protecting a youngling from a saber-toothed tiger. Number 3 on my list. And then
Okay.
down.
Oh, I like the saber-tooth tiger guy.
And you want us to bold them?
Yeah, go ahead and just bold them. Just Control B.
There we go. And down at number 13. Tavir Runt, the smallest of the tribe, full of terrible rage.
Oh no, not the little man.
Aw. Goodbye, little man. He did his best.
Okay. And...
I bet he died smiling, though.
Perfect. All right, Robin, it is now time for the purple worms.
Okay, so are you ruling that anything that's touching the token I can make disadvantage attacks on?
Yep.
Cool. So the worms are gonna take 3 attacks at disadvantage.
You are not touching the blades right now.
Oh, I thought they were in melee with me to be able to attack. So I thought that was them being touching. It's fine, I'll take the 2 attacks.
Oh,
I
you know
just
what?
thought it was them to hit
I guess
me.
they would have to be, yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. That's why I
just
thought.
I just
know
saw
they
a gap
weren't-
and I was like, no, you're right. I have too many guys on the field that I'm paying attention to. Wait till the next fight.
Oh boy.
Okay, so first,
so for the first tribe, the ones at like 9 o'clock on the thing, they have to be a 26.
okay, minor loss.
Okay.
They got a 21. Next guys,
28 for the other
okay,
orky group is a
25,
20.
minor loss.
And then for the blades, is a 28 as well.
28 met.
All right. Well, 2 minor hits is
Two minor hits is still pretty
freaking
good. Okay.
With disadvantage. So yeah, the worms just kind of
It's like thrashing.
all 3 of them will probably like kind of almost like throw their tails out and just do like a big kind of tail whip is how I'm kind of imagining it, while
Fair.
people are like shooting off or like steering them. So
All right. As they're lashing around and killing members of their troop, Amy, it is orc time. It's orc o'clock.
It is orc time, and we've got the those guys coming in to the southeast, approaching quickly, I'm guessing, and looking ready to cause problems.
You talking about the plague bearers?
I'm guessing that's what those are, yeah.
The boomies.
The ugly green, yeah.
The unalivers.
Yeah. I would love to be able to shove them back, but that's not really a,
That's not a move.
That's not a move. So we're just gonna do a, we're just gonna do a good ol' attack. And I think that some of them are riding, or we've got at least one person on here who's a ward rider, so I think there's probably a couple ward riders who are gonna leap forward and take their chance to slash at these guys with their swords.
Let's do it. Oh no! Oh no! I have a 13 because I rolled a nat 1. And don't forget your D4 for Brucka.
I did, and I rolled the max 4 on that one, so that's a. Oh, and my battle rating had gone down to 18 from 20, so the total is 34.
34 is a heavy win.
Okay.
Okay, so that is -5. Ooh, these guys are real hurt. Okay, top of the initiative. It is my turn. Let's attack this purple worm. I'm going to use my 2 tribes to attack.
Cap.
So top one first. I have a 28.
Cap. Oh, that thing is gonna be. Yeah, that's a loss. 18 plus 4 is 22, so it's not a heavy loss.
Okay.
So it's just 1.
Okay.
And then the second one, the top one, is a 32. Or the next one down is a 32. I rolled a 32.
32. Oh, you're going to mulch these guys next turn, probably, so I'm going to use my special ability now. 32. I have a 23. I'm going to take 9 hit points of damage to make that a hit. They're going to sacrifice 9 members to damage you twice. So both of them are going to strike.
Okay.
They're cannon fodder.
Well, then...
I didn't get a chance to use this before because you killed me too quick.
All right, cool. So that's a 16. I roll twice.
Yep. So you're going to lose 2 points of BP. Or BR.
Yep.
Okay.
So when
then you do the next one down, and if you can't go down anymore, you go up.
Okay, because I rolled. So I have the second and third done, and I've rolled 2 2s on the D12.
So then you go to 4.
So I guess so 4 and 5.
Yep, you do. That's what you do.
Okay.
That way you don't accidentally roll high and kill your leader. Your leader is the most defended, but if you roll that 1, they're toast.
Oh, okay.
There's some
makes
thinking
sense.
behind this.
Honestly, this is very smooth, very clever, and very efficient. It's very well thought out, Kelly. This is really.
Thank you.
I'm
I
really
took what they
enjoying
did and I made it easier.
Haha. So, as they're fighting on the worms, a aging fire genasi Petiora, you
Say it with an Australian accent to get the full effect.
Petiora.
Got it.
As an aging fire genasi who just realized they're queer and was making plans. They get again kind of get shot down with arrows by these orcs. Probably running towards them and sacrificing their members, trips up some of the worms and gets dislodged and balanced and trampled by a combination of the worms and the orcs. And as well is Yennaring, a young Earth Genasi who is hopelessly in love with Coomer.
Oh no, no! I liked her!
Yeah, I know, she gets,
You killed her, Robin.
I didn't want to kill her. The dice killed her, not
Fair.
me.
Okay.
Who gets cut down by, again, some orcs that probably tried to climb onto the worms and, like, stabbed them. But they then got attacked by other Genasi.
All right. So we're gonna cut down to. We're gonna head up to the chains. Christine, make me a defensive roll against the chains. No. 21.
36.
You guys are stalemating up here. It's ridiculous.
Okay. The reason for it is because I read policy all day and I fucked up my math. My first attack should have been 44, not 34.
Is that true? Tell you what.
Because I rolled a 19
Christine,
and I had 25 and I lost a 10 off that.
You have the offer on the table. You want me to flip it to say that that actually goes through right now?
Sure.
All right, do your damage. That is a 45
Does that
right
mean
now.
I can then use my special move that I should have been able to use then?
So that means that first off, you're going to lose. They're going to take 5 points of damage off this attack because that is a heavy casualty, and then you make another attack. Actually, just don't make it with disadvantage. Make it just flat.
Okay then.
We're going to change
it would
that
have been
roll.
my Norse Foundry die.
Yeah.
That's what I've been using. Can I keep what it rolled?
Of course.
Before you said that. Nat fucking 20, 45 points.
Okay. Make a defensive roll. That is not enough. That's a 32. Okay, so the Blood Hunters are basically fighting like witchers here. You're gonna hear
Manelros is just like projecting his
I was sitting here kind of going like, fuck, how am I not hitting anything? How am I not doing this? And then
I was
like, they're tanks.
Higher
Like,
points than me. I rolled a 19.
So I want you to picture like an anime scenario where these chained orcs are like firing like Spider-Man levels of like chain webbing everywhere, and these guys are like Matrix flipping between the chains. All the while, you got that like fucking Slavic solo in the background going.
Winds howling.
Winds howling. You just did 10 points of BR damage to me. Okay. You know what? It's time to get serious. It's time to get dangerous. Let's do it. The blades are going to go up. It is time to bring down this purple worm. The blades are going to attack Robin.
No.
Oh my god. What is with you, dice? 21.
Oh, I got a... what am I adding to it now? 16, 26.
26. Okay, that's not going to do anything. The Nebrian Knights are up now. I'm going to flip the offer to use my special ability, and they are going to split ranks again. You are now surrounded.
My God. Ah! All right, so you want me to make defensive?
Make defensive. You're defending against 2 attacks.
Okay. That is going to be... Oh, no. So that's
dueling 33s.
Okay, I had 25 to 13.
Okay, so that's a 38.
Yeah, 38, sorry.
Okay, what's the other
my
one?
My math was not it's 38. And then that one's going to be 25 plus 10 is 35. 34.
34. Okay, so 2 bear victories as these guys crowd in on you. All right, and then is it time? It's time. Okay. Yeah, nah, the chain guys are keeping their pretty. You guys are doing pretty well against them. Yeah, let's do it. The Hell Riders are going to approach. Christine, make me a defensive roll. How do I keep rolling ones?
Because it's Christine.
Oh my
You're also
God.
getting them before we actually have to fight Whitehand, where you're gonna just like crit on us so many times.
I'm hoping. All right,
Oh,
Christine, tell me your
repeatedly.
total.
43.
Okay. The Hell Riders charge you atop their steeds of fire, leaving trails of flame and lava behind them, and the Blood Hunters hold. I'm not going to tell you what my total was, but it was less than yours. However, the purple worms may not be so lucky.
Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Nurse Foundry dice.
Okay. Okay.
35, I think.
41.
19 plus. Because
You're
19 plus 16 is 35, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not a heavy, but it's
just a small.
Oh,
The Hell
I'm not
Riders are
looking.
going to spew boiling lava and blood out of their mouths onto someone. Who is it?
I keep rolling low numbers, so it just keeps going down the list.
If you lose those worms, you're in trouble.
I know, but we're getting there.
All right.
We're getting close to half. So next is Charota, a worm wrangler who wants to see the world and leave the wastes.
All right.
Gets
And
burned alive by these fucking Hell Riders.
leaves behind a beautiful corpse. All right, I'm clearing the field of dead enemies. Top of the round, it is Cat's turn. Cat.
Okay, well, I have multiple folks around me, which is dumb. And you have the offer, right?
No, you have the offer again. I used it to allow Christine to adjust the roll that she'd made wrong.
I'm wondering, could I use the offer to make an attack against both of these groups of blades?
With disadvantage, yes.
Disadvantage on both of them?
Disadvantage on both. But that's 2 attacks.
Ooh, can you give me 2 seconds to think about it? I'm gonna try it. Yeah. All right. So here's I'm gonna do one.
That
at a
was
time to make
probably a
things easier.
wise move, given what I just rolled.
All right. So disadvantage. I rolled double 19s.
Yeah, you won on
the first
both.
attack.
You won on both. Okay. Or you won on that? Yeah.
I won on that, and then second one. My lowest one is a 12 plus 25 is
Okay,
what
37.
37.
Okay, that's
So
2.
I got.
So that is a devastating.
Ooh!
And a that is 2 heavies, which means that they
Fantastic.
both lose 6.
Ooh! And then of course,
Okay, morale checks.
morale checks on both of them, thanks to.
Okay,
I guess,
I'm gonna flip the offer
heavy
over
anyways.
to have them hold.
Okay. Oh, both
Okay.
of them?
One of them succeeded. The north one did not.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean,
But the offer
I
is
think
now-
that was a pretty good use of the offer.
It was a pretty good offer. You did a shit ton of damage there, Cat. All right, so the knights are
yeah.
basically just mulching through. Also, I want some of your people to die so that you can read out some of the things the knights do. Don't read anybody
Literally, they're
else's.
so good.
Don't read anyone else's things, people. Okay? If you have, then you're cheating. All right, Christine, back up to you with the Chain Boys and the Hell Riders.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the chain boys again.
Okay. God, you're gonna win. You're gonna win.
I rolled
17.
I rolled a 17 plus 25.
Okay, that's a heavy, which means you get another attack.
Okay, did that first one not take them down then?
The first one did not take them down. Let me make a morale save, though. They held.
Okay. Ha ha! I rolled a 19 that time.
Okay, they are
Oh,
toast.
sorry, was that for still disadvantage?
No, you're gonna be.
Okay.
If you do a heavy, you get an extra attack period with your maledict.
Okay, cool.
I realized the blood hunters weren't as tough as they should be.
Okay.
Okay, so boom, they are gone. It is just the Hell Riders now.
Finally! Took those assholes out!
All right. Do you want to describe how they die?
I think... So you were describing it as a lot of flying chains, right?
Basically, yeah. Like, picture like animate chains or like that...
I feel like
yeah.
with all the blood hunters flipping around, dodging them and everything, they worked together as a group to surround them with their own chains, and as one grabbed hold and pulled them tight type thing. Until enough of them died that they all were like, how about no?
Perfect. All right. Winter, we're down with you then.
Does reckless attack also work with ranged
It does not. It would only work with melee.
No. That's what I thought. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna do my ranged attack on the knights that are behind the purple worm.
Oh, the Hell Riders? Or the Blades?
Blades, sorry.
All right,
Yeah,
sounds
blades.
good. So the guys right up here. Go ahead, make me a ranged attack roll. 31.
15 plus 20, 35.
35 is a moderate hit. I'm going to take 2 points of damage from that. What is that? Rocks and javelins and things like that?
For these types?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like javelins.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. That's a safe option. You can also move if you'd like.
Sure. Maybe.
Head up to the north to start reinforcing Christine's line.
Yeah.
Oh no.
uh,
Trog just bought me 2 Hurt the Moors.
ah,
Ring. I'm going to
and I
use
think
it.
I'm
Wait.
good.
All right. Robin, purple worm time.
Oh boy, here I,
like
go.
the purple. You
Death
go
spinning
wriggling.
again.
I love that the purple worms came out as like the strongest one in the beginning, and now it's just like, oh hey, you wanted to be the hero, huh? Split, 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 split.
Oh,
You
I
wanna-
knew fully what I was doing when I went in the middle to draw aggro, but then you did the whole like, oh, you can touch whatever's touching your token. I'm like, well, guess I'm gonna sacrifice myself to be the hero.
Perfect.
So
Let's
just
do
do
it.
the death spin.
Okay.
The
I-
one thing was like, oh, don't be surrounded. Immediately get surrounded.
Get surrounded.
All right, sounds
Yeah.
good. So we're going to start with the lowest guys first. So,
Yeah.
Orc tribes people. Number 1, okay, so top one, I have a 14.
I have a 21.
21. That is going to be a slight loss. Oh, no, I didn't mean to bring him back. So, slight loss. Okay. Lower one, nat 20, for a total of 24. He's so hurt. There's like 2
30.
guys with a rock.
30.
Okay. He's down to 2 BP. Okay. Next, we're going with the blades that were just peppered by arrows.
Yeah.
Oh, not a good roll.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I know it nat crits don't count, but I just rolled 2 nat 20s for disadvantage.
I'll consider that a
That
heavy
was so
victory.
exciting on disadvantage.
I'll consider that a heavy.
Amazing, because I rolled 2 nat 20s.
2 nat 20s on disadvantage. That's amazing. All right, and roll for the Hell Riders.
Picture worthy. Picture worthy. Take it.
Yeah.
too late, she
Oh, I
picked 'em
didn't.
up.
I just picked them up. I picked them up because those are my good.
Okay.
Oh, that's not great. 29. For the Hell
37.
Riders.
Please take a moderate, or pardon me, please take a small loss against the Hell Riders.
Oh
They
no.
They attack when they defend.
I don't like that.
I love it. I was waiting for this. You've activated my trap card.
Drop card. Holy shit, I'm rolling everything except the worms. Alright, so next that goes down in Hellfire is Eris Nim, a world-class dancer in Expiring Ecta. gets slain by the Hell Riders as she's trying to slash at them from the backs of the spinning death worms. She was not to be.
Perfect. All right, and now it is Tia's turn, or well, Amy's turn. All right,
Yeah.
Amy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I really feel like I should go help, but I also want to deal with these boomers next to me.
Okay, Boomer.
So, yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna
Man,
do.
I
We're
really
gonna,
wish
we're gonna
Left
go
4
after
Dead
them.
was- Wish Left 4 Dead was more popular like 15 years after it was. A lot of good jokes lost there.
Did I miss the heavy casualty take a morale check? I just wanted to make sure if I missed that because I was rolling a bunch of dice.
Oh, for the blades?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend a hurt them more to have them succeed.
Okay.
Okay. I have a 3-4 to attack.
Okay. I have a nat 20, which is only a 27. So that's still going to be 2 points of loss to the sickos. You're whittling them down slowly but surely.
Oh, slowly.
All right, top of the initiative. We're going to start with my orc boys. Please do me a favor and make me 2 defensive actions. They're worms. I got a nat 20 on top boy for a 28.
I deal you with your dueling 20 for the top boy with another nat 20 for a 34.
Okay.
And then a 21.
I got a nat 20 on bottom boy.
So 21 for the second one. So it's a
For yours?
minor
22.
loss. Yeah.
I got 22. Roll me your D12, bitch. These like 3 orc commandos climbing on your worms as their platoon is destroyed.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, there's a 3. Okay. Oh, poor Coomer. No.
Coomer died with the one he loved.
Yeah, Coomer's an air genasi who wants to move to Mirage to open a casino.
All right. Now it is the Blade's turn. I do not have the offer, so I cannot split. So instead, I will just split a worm with a total of 31.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Blades are
Sorry,
attacking you?
Yes, I thought you were, because you only said the orc boys, so I was not prepared.
Yeah, I was going with them first. All right.
How much?
31.
Okay, I got a 30.
Okay. I'm whittling you down. You take another one.
Yup. 12.
Here we go.
I'm at 12 now.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
Oh, let me make a morale check real quick. Because Janice is slain.
Make a morale check, please.
I rolled a 1. Fuck.
The commander is slain. You,
I rolled a 16. I don't know what to add to that.
So you take the damage plus 10 as your DC. So that was only 1, so 11. So they will hold.
Fuck.
Janice is dead, which means you can no longer use the special ability.
Yup.
Okay, which I believe was the hit everybody one, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And here are the... now it is time for the Hell Riders.
Oh, boy.
I have a 48.
I have a 15.
That is an extremely heavy loss. Subtract 3 from your 3 from your total, half rounded up.
9.
And you'll lose 3 people.
So you have, when I lose a worm, that I also lose another 5 BR.
Yep.
I'm dead because I have 9 BR right now, and I'm going to have to roll 3 times, so I'm immediately losing 10 BR.
So you have to lose a worm at
not
this
even
point?
rolling. I've lost 8 people. I have 9, 10, 11, 12 left, so I'm losing 2 worms and a person.
Okay.
So
then the Hell Riders are going to destroy you.
Yep.
You are torn apart. I will allow you to do me a favor. Roll to see who the single survivor is.
Okay.
So what I want you to do, we're not rolling for the survivor. You're going to roll for each death right now. Who dies in what order? And we'll see. The last one will make it out alive when they break.
Okay, so the Genasi, I rolled a 2, so the Genasi dies.
Tell me about them. You gotta...
Yep, I was getting there. Jeragia, there we go. Is a waste Genasi, is terrified that she'll die before she turns 20. I'm so mad that you put Brucey as the first worm, because now if I roll anything but a 9, Brucey dies. And I'm very upset. Okay, that's a 10. Brucey dies.
Okay, Brucey is dead. Brucey is a picky eater.
Yep.
All right.
And 11. Of course the worms actually rolled their 1, so Sheila loves belly rubs.
Which means that Barbie survives, who is my favorite purple worm.
Brucey was my favorite because she was the first one.
Oh, but Barbie knows 3 tricks. Lay down, roll over, and play dead.
Can Barbie make a single attack as she's
Yeah, I will flip the offer to allow that. Who are you making it against?
I'm gonna make it against one of the... I'm gonna finish off the small orky boys, the ones that are left.
I have an 11.
I mean, technically I'm down to 0, aren't I?
You have 1, we'll say. So, D20 plus 1.
Okay. Cat.
What'd you get?
I'm at 20.
They're gone. Barbie's rage. We're going Barbenheimer on these bitches.
Barbenheimer.
Okay.
So I think what happens, how she escapes, is that she sees her dead troop and her dead worm best friends and her people that have raised her, and she gets so mad and she jumps up and just consumes that platoon as she burrows to escape.
That's beautiful and sad. Cutting across the way, we go against the orcs. It's the sickos versus the orcs. Okay, Boomer.
That's me, you're saying?
That's you, Amy. I have a 14. I think you're gonna beat me.
Uh, 26.
Yep, you bounce them without a problem. All right, Cat, Nebrian Knights, let's go. I'm spending a hurt them more to have advantage on this attack.
All right, are you gonna go up against my...
Okay, first one's only a 21.
35?
Yep, and... Oh, God.
Oh, wait, 17... Let me just make sure I'm adding this correctly, because I didn't add it correctly. 17 and 25... 42, sorry.
Okay, then roll for the second one. That is not...
43.
Okay, 2 defenses. The Nebrians are worth their money, damn it.
Yeah, holy smokes.
Yeah. They don't do a huge... They do a surprising amount of damage. They're just slow as shit. And finally, up with the Blood Hunters, it is time for the Hell Riders attack. Christine, defend against this. Oh my god, you might defend against this. 38.
45 with a natural 20.
Oh my god. Oh, hey, I've got the offer on my side. I'm gonna save it. All right, top of the initiative again. It is time for Cat. Cat, what are you doing?
All right. I don't like the fact that these blades are still here. And so I'm going to attack one of them. Which one of these did I hurt more? Because I hurt them both.
They are equally hurt.
Okay, I'm going to crash down on the ones directly west of me.
Yeah, because I think last time you hit them for 6 each, right?
Yeah, it was a lot. Okay, so here we go. The ones directly west of me, that's going to be a 16, 25.
You already rolled
40.
That is a heavy. You did more damage than I could have. Woof. Okay.
Plus the extra 1 that commander bonus gives.
Oh, they're still alive, kind of.
And the morale roll.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. They are gonna break.
Fuck yeah.
They do not have enough people. You had them down to 2 BR.
Oh.
And the last ones are just going to run. It's not worth dying over.
They're just going to like march through, like straight through them, and they're just gonna like be cleaving heads clean off as they just march through stoically.
I can't wait until you guys have to fight the Nebrian Order someday in a game.
Ah!
They're so good. They're so good.
Yeah, no, they are brutal. Holy smokes!
I've been building them up since season 2, because you guys met them right before you met Edagon.
Yeah.
All right, Christine, it's you and the Hell Riders, baby.
All right. Well, I'm attacking them. Math. I'm not even going to bother trying to math.
You suffer heavy casualties, I'm pretty sure. I got 50.
Okay, well, don't we have to resolve my attack and then I defend your attack?
No. The Hell Riders attack on defense.
So how does anybody ever attack them if they're always attacking in reverse?
Basically, they do damage regardless. When you attack them, if they win the attack, they do damage to you. It's their special ability.
Okay.
So what did you get?
43.
Okay, so then it's not a heavy. It's just a light loss. I got a nat 20. Okay. So you're gonna lose 2 BP. So roll twice on your chart and tell me who dies.
That is number 3, Tarash, an orc blood hunter who is close to becoming a monster. And oh no, that's Kabara, a young blood hunter on our first mission, terrified but hiding it.
No, I liked her.
This is what you get.
I know, right? All right, so
like,
you're.
Don't name the animals on the farm, kind of thing.
All right, so that's just a minor loss there as these Hell Riders come. Winter,
Yeah.
It is your turn, and your Witchers are in trouble.
My what?
The Blood Hunters are in trouble. What do you do?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna rush up and then use my special ability.
Okay, so you're recklessing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good luck, my friend.
Cool. So my highest out of that was a 19. So that's gonna be... Whoa, wait. $39.
39?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is going to be a marginal success.
Okay.
So you are going to inflict 2 points of BR on them.
Nice. Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay. And I am out of anything to help you now, by the way. All right. Robin. Good job. You're great. So I'm gonna
I'll
say
go take a little sit back, go get
just
some
sit back and watch the
popcorn.
fun. Do you wanna help me out in a minute? I'm sure you can.
In what way?
I'll have you roll for some of my guys.
I don't want to go against my party.
Okay,
I'll pass.
All right, Amy. The orcs are up then.
Yeah. Okay. I think when seeing the worms and the genasi contingent go down, I think Brooke will probably shout something about don't let them fill the gap. And we'll start moving into try and get sort of into that space. So I think they're going straight after that those other orcs to try and
Those guys? All right.
Yeah.
Good
So I'm
good
trying to
luck.
get,
Good
like,
luck.
right next to them.
Can you beat an 11?
Let's find out. Yes, I sure can.
How would you get?
24.
Okay. Their morale is going to hold somehow against this. But you are going to have a powerful victory. And that is going to be the end of y'all's turns. Okay.
Wait, do we have the offer?
No, I have the offer right now.
Okay.
Which I will use right now, actually, at the top of my initiative to attack you with these guys with advantage.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Shouldn't have used it for that. 16. You might botch.
No, I didn't botch.
Okay. Well, I used the offer. That is there. All right.
Yeah,
So
that's
next,
like 30 something, maybe 40.
okay.
Yeah,
Blades.
39.
The blades are going to advance and are going to make 2 attacks on the Nebrians. Okay.
All right, my lowest defense is 41.
Okay, you're going to deflect 2 of those. The boomers are going to move up next to you and make an attack as well.
Okay.
Good luck. You'd have to botch to fail this.
I did not botch. I got a 38.
Okay, and now the Hell Riders are going to approach the orcs. Tia, please defend against a 44.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna spend my inspiration.
You have the offer as well.
Noted.
Okay.
I'm gonna start by spending my inspiration to have advantage.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Oh. How much was it?
44.
I do not succeed that one. Then I had a 31.
So that is a heavy loss. Lose 5.
Yep.
All right, roll the d20 5 times. The Hell Riders are going to smash into the orcish ranks. Okay, read them off in order. Kill the first.
What? 2?
How does Tia's father die?
He... Hold on, one sec. The Hell Riders are riding, right?
Yes.
They
I
be riding.
I think he's gonna get knocked over in part of the skirmishing, gonna lose his footing, and he's going to be trampled.
And burned to death by their lava footprints?
Yeah.
Okay. Menelros is dead. Roll again.
Okay. And this is next one to go down will be Gilal, child of an orc and an eladrin who sees the beauty in all things, especially song. Probably looked up to Menelros because he's a bard and was distracted just enough to... I think they get stabbed, probably by a spear in the gut. Okay. That's 2.
What happens?
And in short sequence, trying to rally the troops and fill that gap, Ruka goes down.
No!
All right. Please make me a morale check to see if you can... You have a DC 15 morale check to see if the orcs break.
A DC what? Sorry, 15?
15.
Am I adding anything to
Nope,
that?
you're just rolling a d20.
That's a 14.
The orcs break. Please tell me the other 3 who die.
Okay, that's going to be Durdal Rent, a 1/32 half-orc who's obsessed with proving his valor and heritage.
They will sing songs of his death.
If you roll and roll,
you-
if you roll the same thing, does it go down to the next one?
You go down to the next one. Unless you can't go down any further, then you go up.
Okay, then I rolled a 2 again, so that's going to be Moxan Ironfang, the last surviving member of a clan that Whitehand decimated.
Okay,
You
and
got
the last
right.
one to die before the orcs shatter underneath the Hell Riders.
Okay. Sorry, and it goes down, right? So I
It
roll
goes
a
down.
9 again. It goes to 10.
Yes.
So that would be Ziega, a druid in training who hasn't quite managed to wild shape, but keeps trying.
Okay. All right. So that is those Hell Riders. The blades have attacked. I think the only thing that has not attacked on my turn is the Hell Riders that are up here against the Goliaths and the Blood Hunters. I'm going to make an example of the Blood Hunters. Okay. I am going to spend a something good happens to re-roll that. You are now looking at a 37.
That's a 40.
Perfect. Would you like to attempt an attack with disadvantage for the offer?
Not if they can just
They
do
won't.
damage
They
to me
won't.
again.
They won't for this one.
Okay.
Or you know what? Why don't I just... I'm just going to flip this and say that you do 2 points of damage to them. Because you
Okay.
beat them on that roll. So don't worry about rolling.
Okay.
All right, top of the initiative. It is Cat's turn.
Holy smokes.
And I'm going to clear the dead from the board real quick.
Fuck, I was gonna ask to use that offer too. I guess the blades to my north have been really heavily wounded.
You're surrounded by a bunch of wounded.
The blades to my
They really need you at
east.
the north right now.
Yeah, they do. Okay, they're going to... Yeah, they're going to disengage from these guys and move up to support the top.
Okay. So breaking away, you're going to move through. And are you going to make an attack?
Yeah, they're going to attack the Hell Riders.
Okay. Your DC is 44.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, pardon me. Your DC is not 44. I was wounded. Your DC is 40.
Thank fuck for that. Because I got 42.
Then you're going to do damage to them.
Yes, plus another 1 because of that. And make me a morale check, please, Kelly.
Hell Riders do not make morale checks.
What?
They
Even
are
against the Commander Special?
Even against... Oh, wait. You have the Commander Special.
The Commander Special, yeah!
That's right. You have... Yeah, it's morale checks with disadvantage for yours, right?
Frightening demeanor. Enemies make a morale check whenever
Nat
the
20.
win. Damn it, I think you win that one.
They win that. What I'll do is I'll say that the Hell Riders make a flat roll against you because they normally don't make them at all because they're brainwashed kids that have been mutated into lava-spewing monsters. But they're going to hold.
Fair.
Okay, Christine, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I guess the only thing I can do is try to hit them.
Okay. You might do it, actually. That is 33.
That is 35.
That's a hit.
Just barely.
And they only take damage if they win their defensive rolls. Or they only give you damage if they do their defensive rolls. So there we go. Another 2 points whittled off of them. They are tanks and they're dangerous, but you're taking them down. All right, Winter.
Hi.
Reckless attack.
Reckless attack!
Okay. Oh my god. How? I rolled a 1 and a 3.
And I rolled a nat 20, baby.
Holy shit. Okay, how much? So what is the total?
So 20 and then 40.
Okay, that's a heavy casualty. They're starting to get whittled down, guys. Oh my god, you might turn this around. All right, that is the end of y'all's turns. Okay, the orcs are going to attack the Goliaths. Make me a defense roll. DC of 23.
34.
Okay, that's gonna bounce them. Okay, the blades are going to rush up and attack the Goliaths as well.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 2 attacks. God, really bad rolls. Did you roll less than a 17 on either of your defenses?
I'm rolling right now. I rolled a 1 on one and a 18 on the other.
What's your bonus to the one? What's your BR right now?
BR is 19.
You neither are gonna hit you. These Goliaths are like I'm rolling with advantage against you.
Oh no.
And the Hell Riders are going to join them. Please make me a defensive roll. Against your DC is 46.
Okay, and that's just 1, right?
That's just 1. Yep.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, that's going to be a heavy loss. You're going to lose 5 troops.
All right.
So go ahead and roll and tell me who dies.
Ooh, at number 2, Kogath Stonehand Wagyu wants to romance
No,
a member
no
of the
Wagyu!
kindred. No Wagyu for you.
Wagyu's the guy that you met last episode.
Oh, that's too bad. Shoot. So, control. Maybe that one. Coming in at 15. A Reaver, armor hide, an immensely fat Goliath who seems impervious to everything. Sorry, buddy.
Oh no.
So that's 2. 20. Magnus Sky Eater wants to be a performer and specializes in the lyre.
Especially the turtle shell lyre.
So that's 3 to 4? 1, no. Yeah.
You got 2 more.
11. Hider Fail Fieldwalker, a young farmer looking to
No.
prove her worth as a warrior.
Oh no.
Sorry, girl.
You keep killing my favorites too. This is heartbreaking.
Oh.
All right, last one.
And 7. Fram Sky Eater, hero and orphan of another tribe taken in after a brutal clan war.
No. All right, last attack of the turn. The Hell Riders are stomping through here, and the last Hell Riders are going to turn as the Knights show up and go. And are going to make an attack against you.
Okay. How is that nat 20, baby?
All right, what's the total?
That's plus 45. No, plus 25 is 45.
So 45 total. All right, that's only a 38, so that is going to be a bounce.
Oh, thank Christ for significant miracles.
All right, top of the initiative. Kat, you're up.
Okay, let's go. Oh God,
This is just
the Hell
turned
Riders
into
are
a
gonna do.
melee.
The Hell Riders are gonna do the most damage, but we could actually kill more of them if we kill other ones.
What do? Do you focus on the Hell Riders? Because you might be able to start taking down the ones at the top.
Yeah, I think let's focus on that top group of Hell Riders.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Is that a 10 or a 16? That's a 10. All right.
And that's a 17 plus 25 is, I think, 43.
Okay, significant loss. They lose 6.
Whoa. And morale check, please, again.
That is a pass.
Oh,
All right,
man.
Christine, Blood Hunters. Oh boy.
Okay.
I will say, one of the Hell Riders is in perfect shape. The other one is really badly hurt. The one next to you is really badly hurt.
Well, I can't move at this point, so I guess I just have to go for them.
Go for them.
I hate them. I don't want to be attacking them.
I know, that's the point of them.
Because even with a nat 20, you just have to roll 16 and above, and you fuck me over. So.
Well, these ones
Fucking
here
sucks.
are down quite a bit, so their BR is probably a bit lower now, at least.
That is going to be 42.
Heavy. Casualty. Make another attack.
Okay.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Okay.
That is 38.
Please describe how the Hell Walkers or the Hell Riders die.
Wait, really?
You took them out. You did 5 more
How
points
did I take them out?
because you just did 10 casualty of damage. They only had 10 health left. They're-
Wait, 38 was enough to do another heavy?
Yeah, because they only add their BR to their rolls. I only rolled an 18. Because
And
you guys
these are the ones that we've been attacking.
you whittled them down. The other ones are at full
Yeah.
strength. These guys keep getting mulched. You picked away at them. This is how this
Yeah.
warfare works.
Yeah, like, these are the ones that I
pick away at them.
Yeah.
You just did
They
10 points
blocked
of
so many
damage.
of my attacks.
And Kat did 6. You did 16 points of damage to them this turn.
Jeez.
Right? It's just...
Damn.
You did it, so describe it. How do your witchers do it? Da, 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 da.
God, how do they do it against lava monsters?
Explode their hearts with blood maledicts? Freeze them with ice from, like, ice weapons?
Sure.
Blood hunters.
I don't really know what blood hunters do, so I don't really know.
Basically, they'll all cut themselves with their swords, bleed ice onto them, and then freeze the lava monsters in their tracks.
Sure, let's do that.
All right. Winter. Secra's up. What does Secra do?
What
You
Secret do best?
You are in a bad position right now.
Yeah, well, my other thought was to use my ranged attack on the bloaty green guys at the very back and make them pop and see if that could explode out some nasty stuff.
Okay.
Could I... Is there
You can make me an
anything
attack.
fun that I
Make me an
could
attack
use
roll.
to do that? No, I know,
Make-
but like... Advantage?
No, but
No?
you did... I honestly had not considered that they could explode on their allies. So, I'll give it to you.
Cool.
If you manage to defeat them, go make me an attack roll.
At 32.
That is going to be a critical injury. They have 5 BR left, which means they are going to explode, meaning that they make 2 attack rolls against their adjoining touchies at their original hit points.
Winter,
The
that's
part-
amazing.
Damn, Winter, that was an amazing idea.
Okay.
Smart.
So that is going
Holy
to be...
smokes.
So 21 versus, let me just check what their original score was. They have a BR of 15 to start, which means that is going to be a small loss against the blades as they explode, and then... Oh yeah. And the last orcs here, they are going to decimate the orcish tribes people to the south, blowing them up as they explode.
Nice.
Good job.
Thanks.
And all right, and let me just make a morale for the people who are down to less than half health. Cool. All right, so then it is my turn. All right, the blades are going to take this opportunity and attack the Goliaths. So that's going to be 2 attacks on the Goliaths. Oh god, I think you're going to win. I have a 20 and a 19 against the Goliaths.
Like in total?
Yeah, total roll.
Okay.
They-
I'm
they-
rolling twice.
You're rolling 2 defenses.
2 defenses.
So the blades, you have 2 blades on you.
34 and
That's fine.
and 31.
Okay, so 2 deflections. All right, and now, oh god, I'm a Hell Rider. I want to do some gross stuff. The Hell Riders are going to move up into the center of everyone
Yeah.
and scream, "For Whitehand's rule!" and are going to make an attack on the Knights.
Okie dokie, Kelly.
49.
I mean, there's no way I can match that. I got 44.
Okay, minor victory. Lose 2.
Lose 2. Okay, here we go. All right, first one down. That was almost a 1 that rolled to a 19, thank God. Oh no! Shy, a scout and serial killer who delights in making his targets suffer.
I miss Shy. All right.
And the second one is going to be Galfridus, a barbarian slave who fought their way to freedom barehanded.
And I'm flipping the offer to attack you one more time. Please defend against a 44.
All right, that's going to be... Oh god, I can't even reach 44 anymore without them.
Attrition!
That's going to be like a... What's
Heavy?
18 plus 25?
Okay, so that's going to be a
it's not
43.
heavy. Yeah, 43.
Okay, so you're gonna lose 2 more guys.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I need to bold these ones. I forgot.
Yep, bold them. Okay.
So that I know who I lost. And then I just need to do that to keep track. So that's 23 down to 21 now. All right, so first one is Tybolt, an honorable knight who serves in the order to feed his orphaned siblings.
I like that.
And the next one up is going to be Rainy Deus Magnifica, an aged former bard who swore her soul to hell when her son died.
She's great, by the way. She's Judi Dench as a bloodthirsty knight, or she was anyway. She'll be back. She's going to hell, picking up a few things. Okay,
Fair enough.
Top of the initiative on your side. It is Kat's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give it right back to these.
Okay.
Right back to these guys. Well, I'm gonna freaking try. Yay, we got an SGH.
33. Yeah, you may roll with advantage if you'd like. If I'll spend that. Something good happens for you to roll with advantage.
Oh, yes, please. Because that is a natural 20.
Okay.
And I add a 21, so that is a 41.
That is... You know what? If you flip the offer, I'll call it a heavy loss.
I'm going to flip the offer. Let's do it.
All right. Heavy loss it is.
And then I might regret that in about
morale
60
save.
seconds.
They held.
Oh, damn it.
Okay. Christine, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try attacking them.
Okay.
So when we lose people, it lowers our BR as well
does.
as BP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is going to be 37.
37. Okay, I'm gonna spend the only something good happens left to re-roll this. That is unfortunately a 38.
Okay.
So you are going to lose 2.
Okay.
It will not be as Billy. She's too tough.
That is going to be Urbatin, a legendary scholar who is renowned for his coffee and conversation. And Maushan, a Ronin bloodhunter from the Sapphire Seas of Zafun.
No, I like them too. All right, Winter, you're up.
All right, so I'm just noticing something that I might have been not. Okay, so commander morale bonus adds +10 to the rolls, right?
On hold on, let me double check. So morale bonus.
Because now my BR is quite low, but I'm still added +10. As long as my commander is still standing.
Yes. All right.
And can you ping for me on the group of the blades? Which one is hurt less?
They hurt less.
Yeah.
The southern one is the healthiest.
Is the healthiest. Okay, I'm gonna attack them.
Okay. You're gonna hit.
Oh, that's good.
Roll me to see what you get.
18 and 15.
That's you're rolling recklessly.
Sure. Let's see. Yeah, 18 plus 15.
That's a heavy casualty.
Woo.
Okay, rolling morale. They're gonna hold. Okay, they are hurt. Okay, top of my initiative again. Okay, the blades are gonna attack back. So northern blades are going to attack you with a 21.
It's a 21.
And...
I think that hits.
Oh, does it actually?
I rolled a 3.
Oh no. Okay, so and then the lower ones are going to attack with a 15. That's not gonna hit. So you're gonna lose 2 men. Or 2 soldiers.
Okay. All right. Coming in for Kona Dawnfell, an aspiring wizard who wants to study magic at a real school.
Okay.
17. Zlifum Sunwatcher, scout and hunter who's known for his wisdom.
No, not anymore. He's not. All right.
Nope.
And now the Hell Riders. Let's kick the Nebrians' asses. That is. Oh, you might actually be able to block this. It's only a 36.
Yeah. Oh, actually, let me just double check with what my current VR is. But I think I got it actually.
Oh well, too bad. Flipping the offer.
39.
Did I say 36? I meant.
You meant 32.
No, I meant 36. I rolled the exact same thing again. But
nothing happens!
Nothing happens! Okay, top of your initiative now. It is Cat.
Alright, let's go, Hell Riders.
Alright, go Hell Riders.
Ooh! Okay, Oh, I don't like your expression. I don't like your expression at all. That looks like a nat 20 to me. Because I got 40 total here.
Nat 20 for 44.
Bitch. Okay.
All right. Who dies? This is nail biting.
All right. Lord Hamina Pilar, a dying knight who wishes to die in battle for religious reasons.
Oh,
they
good.
got their wish.
Well, she goes to to Akaris in peace. Good for them. Okay, and last but not least,
18. Rolf, a former cook in the Fandelian army who made a pact with an eldritch being.
Okay. All right. So, Christine, you're up.
Okay.
The offer is on the table.
I am stuck attacking them, I think, so...
If you would like to flip the offer for advantage. Or you can just attack and see what it is before you do that. I'll let you use
I'll
it.
just attack because
Okay.
if you succeed, I'm hooped no matter what.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
that is 39.
Would you like to flip the offer to make that a critical injury?
A heavy?
A heavy. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. That means you get another attack.
That is 38.
Okay. That is going to be a minor injury. Okay, and you have done 7 points of damage to them this round.
Oh,
whittling
okay, so
their ass. That's great.
That was minor injury. I succeeded on the second one?
You succeeded on the second one by 1 point.
Okay.
All right, now it is Winter. Winter, what are you doing?
Attacking the northern blades.
Attacking the Northern Blades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your difficulty is 20.
33.
All right, -5. Morale check. Fail.
No.
They're routed.
Bye.
They flee.
Yeah, blade route.
Blade route. All right. Top of my initiative. I'm going to clear the field. The remaining blades are going to do a last-ditch attack on the Goliaths. Did you reckless attack last round?
No, I just did a straight up
Okay.
attack.
I have. Wow, they actually rolled really well with a 25.
With a 25. 17 and 15.
That's more than a 25. Nothing happens.
Yay.
They bump up against you, and you're like, hey, guy, get off of me.
Never.
All right. Now it's time for me to throw my dice across the floor.
Don't do that.
All right, Hell Riders versus Nebrians. 35.
Okay, let me remember what I add to this. Do plus this 36.
Ooh!
Okay. The offer is on my side. I'm gonna make one more attack against you by flipping the offer. I think it's probably not gonna work though, because that is only a 23.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't roll well, but I rolled over 30.
Perfect. Top of the
So-
initiative. Cat, you're up.
Back at the Hell Riders.
Okay. You have to beat a 30.
I have to beat a 30. I got 36. Can
Okay.
I flip the offer to make another attack on them?
Yes, you may.
I want to do that, please.
Okay.
What is that? That is
27.
Oh god, this dice is hard to read in this light. That's a 19. That's a 38.
Okay. So 30, that's okay. So that's a critical. Nope. I messed up the math. Hold on. They had, oh god. Why did I do that? No. I messed up the math I had. Hold on. They had, what did I just say your difficulty was? 28?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that they take, so that's boom.
And then I got 38.
Okay, minus 6. So that is boom. Okay. All right, they are badly hurt. And that's
Let's
a nat 20
go.
on morale.
Let's go, Christine!
Christine, you're up. What do you do?
Come on, Christine!
I have to attack it again, so here's hoping.
Hey, I mean, their BR is going to be way lower now.
It
Yeah.
is. It just got dropped
Hopefully,
down
but mine's
by
also
9.
been lowered.
Mm-hmm.
We've
And they
evolved
started
a
it
lot,
higher.
But, yeah. Come on, girl.
37.
Spending my... I'm flipping the coin to roll again. 21. That is a critical. It's a heavy casualty. You may make another attack.
girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
girl.
Christ! Let's
Yeah, that one
go!
does advantage. Do they get to retaliate on that one?
What did you get? Total.
1.
What's your total with your BR? There's no botches.
Oh, 22.
How do you do it?
Oh!
Wait, how the fuck did I do that on a nat 1?
Because they were only throwing a total. They have 1 BR, and I rolled a 7.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's because we whittled them the fuck down!
All right. So, as the Nebrian Knights are being attacked by the Hell Riders, the Blood Hunters are able to circle around behind and, using their blood maledicts and strange magics, are going to bind and eliminate them from the shadows. And that is going to be my turn. Cat, it is the Nebrians again.
Blades, let's go.
All right, let's do it. Ooh, I actually rolled really well.
But did you roll...
A 22. That's pretty good. Okay.
Okay, but I still have a BR of 19, and I add that to 14, making 33, my friend.
Oh, so that's a critical. How do you do it?
That's, yeah. They're just going to march through them, basically like pushing them to the ground and stabbing them through the chest with spears. Like they're just gonna walk through, shove them to the ground, and stab them to the ground with spears.
And with that, the battle is won. The bodies are littered across the field, a carpet of dead. The Blood Hunters, many of the orcs that were routed, survived. A single purple worm writhes beneath the sand dunes. And in the distance, there is a glow of magic. as a teleportation circle surges to life for the first time in hundreds and hundreds of years. The battle will continue next week here on the Shards of Nyrn. And I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you for being patient, everybody, with this battle system, even though it had some gaps in it. If we do this again, which we probably will have to, please let me know all of the places where it needs to be tuned up, and I will plug those holes and make it better. So, thank you so much for watching. Did you guys have some fun with that? Was that...
Oh, that was intense.
It was intense.
Yeah.
You guys won, but at what cost?
Amy!
Oh, shit.
Amy!
Hey, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what we do here, please consider joining the Patreon, like our lovely patrons, such as our divine producer, my mom. Hey, Mom, how's it going? A lot of moms died this episode, but you're not one of them, so congrats. Join my mom on the Patreon, like a Precarious, our demonic patron. Or you can join our Wizards of the Patreon, which would have been great in this battle with some fireball action. You could join... Tammy the Forever Cleric, and the Ink Goblin. Or you could even join the High Council of the Patreon, like Taryn, Buddy, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, and Mike Baxter, who honestly would have really won this battle for us if they were here, but they were off on vacation. I understand. It's not a big deal. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week with episode 29 of Season 4. God, we're already that far in. I hope you have a fantastic night, and I hope you had fun with this. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.